Alright, so some of you might know if you've seen some of the videos I've done before or watched me on TikTok and stuff like that, or follow me on LinkedIn. I'm not trying to plug myself here, but like go follow me across all of my socials. You would know that I went to a festival, in quotes, called CogX this year. I can't give you the exact date, I've completely forgot when it was, but that was the first time I've ever been to like quite a techie like conference, basically. They call it a festival because it happened over a couple of days, but it was held at the O2 Arena in London. So obviously that means for me that I've got to travel all the way from Birmingham to London. Sadly, I didn't get a hotel, so I literally had to get up at like stupid o'clock to get there on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, or was it a Wednesday and a Thursday? I don't know, but it was 2 out of the 3 days that I went, and I was really excited for the second day specifically, just because I ended up getting to see Steven Bartlett, which was really interesting, to be honest. And you know, not just listening to him and like getting to see what he was talking about, but there's some other really interesting people there. First day there was Yuval Noah Harari, who wrote the book *Sapiens*. It was quite interesting because the story behind that is, well, it's funny I mention him specifically because the story behind me going in the first place is that, you know, I met one of these other apprentices. Her name's Katie. I met her through a multiverse community event, and she ended up basically being a speaker on the first day, and she had 2 of like basically the platinum tickets or gold tickets or whatever, so practically the top ones, just free. So she offered one to me, and I was like, okay, I'm off on annual leave at the moment, but like I'd love to go. Just give me a minute, I'll get to work and then I'll kind of ask about it. I got the okay, so that meant I was able to go. And then yes, so she was speaking on an interview with Yuval and this other lad that basically was like a uni student and quite a prodigy in the AI space, but she was talking to them about AI, and that's practically what the whole festival was about, you know, AI tech and the kind of future, deep tech and whatnot. Very interesting for me. I've never like kind of dove into all of this, and I'm not very techy as it is. I'm not very what's the word, analytical. I am, but for other stuff. And when it comes to tech, I'm just kind of interested in the utility of it and how I can use it. So I use GPT quite a lot, just as an example. But you know, back to the point, I got to go to that festival because of this friend I networked with via Multiverse, and basically it meant I ended up getting to meet Steven Bartlett briefly. I might be able to throw up a photo here or something. If you're listening, then you're not going to see it, but if you watch the video, you'll see this. And basically, I got to listen to his main speech on the main like open stage, where everyone could basically go to if they bought the ticket. And then I had, because of my ticket, I was able to go to like this back room thing where it was like only 30 people in there. We were all able to kind of ask him questions and stuff. Sadly, I didn't have one. Completely could not think of a good question to ask him, and I wish I did, but it is what it is. I managed to get a photo with him, meet him, and listen to him, and he was definitely a genius. Like, this guy is quite young, early 30s, or I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I've watched the Diary of a CEO, listened to that a few times, and it's very interesting. But yeah, like getting to listen to him in person was very insightful and enlightening. He's definitely the guy that you see on the screen in a way. Very friendly, very charismatic, and a very good communicator. And me being kind of somewhat, I guess, a communication aficionado. I don't know what the right term is. I just like talking, and I like people who can communicate very well. So being able to listen to him and kind of see into his world of entrepreneurship and business, it was very interesting. And I remember vividly when he was speaking during this little session that I had like a big, like gaping wide smile on my face, because he kind of went through a story about the podcast, you know, Diary of a CEO, where he said that they test literally everything, and they have this whole team motto thing of like 1% every day, and they have this meeting every Friday, I think it was, where if they don't bring a 1%, like they have to bring a 1% idea, like the whole team has to bring 1% idea to the Friday meeting, and then they test it. And I thought, damn, this is so innovative. Like, I don't feel like I've ever been in a team or as part of like a group or whatever that kind of resembles that sort of mindset. And it's very telling that that is what you need for success. Like, they're smashing it, can't lie. You know they're smashing it. But the thing that kind of lit up my face was this little testing thing that he said, where he gets his clips and stuff from, and things that he finds interesting to put on YouTube as a clip, for example. From basically, he puts his hands underneath the table, and there's like an iPad or like a tablet under there, and he'll literally just like tap it when the person he's interviewing says something interesting or whatever. And then I was just like, what the fuck? Like that kind of interested me. But the main one that I was like, wow, like this guy tests to the max, and I was very interested, was when he said that, you know, he has this specific, I guess, call to action, which is, you know, I hope no one's listening, but if you are, keep it a secret type thing. If you watch the podcast, you definitely know what I'm saying. But basically what he was saying was, he switched up the whole, you know, like, subscribe, share, which is practically white noise. When you're on YouTube, you kind of expect to hear that from people, and when you hear it, just goes in one ear out the other. So he switched it on its head, set it to that, changed a couple of words and whatnot, and he said that he saw a 300% increase in conversions. And I was like, what the, like, my marketing brain, I was like, bro, genius. I love it. I love hearing these kind of little innovative steps and tricks and whatnot. So I definitely got to think more about what I'm doing and put my copywriting, sales brain and marketing brain together. But I thought I would definitely do like a quick little podcasty video clip just talking about my experience with CogX and meeting Steven Bartlett. Hopefully I get to meet him one day. Hopefully I can be a guest on his podcast or have him guest on mine. But, you know, long way ahead. Long way ahead. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. Great video. You tell me.